Now, so somebody asked in one of the comments on a video of the value of these two legendary packs, which have become available with the Burst of Speed events. And like, I'm gonna be very honest about them. These type of packs with the high drop rate but multiple featured cars are pretty much generally a fairly bad scam. And I'll kind of go through the individual packs and what's available in them. But the problem with these is the fact that like they do have that 20% drop rate, but even on face value, because of the fact they've got four featured cars, say if you looked at this and thought, oh, I can get some Chiron blueprints and it's a 20% drop rate, awesome. It's not. Even at the very best, like there's four different featured cars. So inside those packs, you'd have to think if it was split perfectly even down the middle, that would only be a 5% chance per car with those packs. So yeah, that like 5% drop rate instead means the fact that you can open like two 10 packs of these before the chance of seeing a single blueprint. And that would be if they were perfectly split down the middle in 5%. Now, two of the club mates in the Grand Tour have opened up 10k plus worth of these things, and that balance is definitely not like evenly 5% across them. It's way heavier skewed towards those really weird weak cars in them. So both of these packs have four separate cars, and I'm going to just kind of go through the cars that are available with them. But basically, like, they're not weighted evenly in the slightest. That weight is always towards the kind of rougher cars inside in those packs. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking, what is 20%? It's like, yeah, it is, but more think of these as like kind of 10% chance to get the derpy cars in each pack, and then like the other 10% split between the actual good ones, more or less, with definitely way less chance to get Regera or Bugatti blueprints. But yeah, going through the individual packs, see like both of them have a kind of duff car. And by that I mean like the Koenigsegg Regera is an awesome S-Ring car. It's got crazy high top speed, terrible acceleration. The Lamborghini Huracan, fantastic car. It's exactly like the Grand Sport if you have that in your collection, except the Huracan has a slightly higher top speed and slightly lower acceleration. The 918 Spider is an amazing A-class car. And then along with these packs, you have the Maserati, which, yeah, it's not a good car. It's just sluggish, weighs a ton, costs an absolute fortune to upgrade, and it's also available freely from the C-Class event. So, like, there's two times every week when you can actually get those blueprints. So, yeah, like, again, you're gonna like spend 750 tokens on this, and that drop rate is skewed so heavily towards the Maserati, it's untrue. And yeah, like where you're talking about a drop rate that's skewed like that, you're talking about like these things just being here pretty much as a tempting scam, more or less, because like this is not a 20% chance at Koenigsegg blueprints. Likewise, over in the other pack, you've got your Chiron, the Apollo N, the Venture and then the Acura. Now, of these cars, none of them are particularly bad, except for possibly that Venture. Like, it has the highest top speed of any C-Class car, but it's damn near impossible to drive. So, if you haven't got that car, you're likely new enough to the game because it's appeared in multiple different events. So, a lot of people will have that Venture maxed out. And the thing about it is, it's just like, it's really weird to drive. The Acura NSX is an amazing car, but again, it's been available in so many different events. And the same with, like, say, the Sart is available during certain events during weeks. And I'm not sure if the NSX is. I think the blueprints for that might be specific to certain events. But again, with the NSX here, like, not only is the weight of this pack completely skewed towards the weaker cars in this, but yeah, like that NSX, it's not even like maximum blueprints for it. It's only two blueprints or four. So you can come in here and technically you will get your featured blueprints with this, but you could walk away with 750 tokens for just two blueprints for a car which has had multiple car hunts. I really would stay away from these. Like I said, yeah, the NSX, great car, but available so many times. Venture Art, incredibly high like difficulty in driving it, but really good potential in that car. The Apollo N is just an all-round good car, and the Bugatti Chiron is, in my opinion, still the king of this game, even after the Jesco has arrived. It is just an amazing car, but yeah, it is just so heavily weighted against those blueprints. So like, can't stress this enough. Packs like this, I generally stay away from. But packs like this, say if you were new to the game, they don't seem like the worst of idea to throw some tokens towards. Say, yeah, there's a nice enough selection of cars. Definitely over something like these. If you're new to the game, by the way, never ever buy that premium pack. Ever. Any tokens spent on that are completely wasted, because it's always, those cars are always available in all the other packs. As of right now, before the Kings of the Fall update at least, or any changes, that premium pack is just a waste. But saying that, if you were new to the game, these two packs aren't too bad, because of the fact that at least you'll get some blueprints out of them for some really good cars. That said, one of the main things about all 8 of the cars featured between these two packs is the fact that absolutely none of them are needed in the Pininfarina Battista event, which is like due expected around the November mark. Well, that is to say that it was in the mobile and PC version of this game in November of last year, and that's part of the Kings of the Fall event, which is the next big update, which is due for the Nintendo Switch, because the Switch version has been approximately a year behind the thing. So yeah, keep in mind, if you're spending your tokens on these cars, absolutely none of these are support cars or in any way involved with that Pininfarina event for that awesome supercar, the Battista. So yeah, again, like, just this one, like, it will give you some nice additions potentially to your garage, but going forward after this event has ended, none of these cars are popping up again for some time. So like, I genuinely can't stress this enough, but like, I'm skipping out on these ones completely. If you were new to the game and had excessive amounts of tokens, you could spend them on them just to collect a couple of extra cars to your garage, but none of these guys are needed for any particular events which are ongoing, like, other than the Burst of Speed, which is ongoing at the moment. But like, those reward around 700 tokens per car, so you're not going to unlock the car with the 700 tokens you spend on this, and you won't get those 700 tokens back, if you get what I mean. Like, so it's not a good investment to try to get these cars to make some tokens. Yeah, I'm just pretty much going to leave it at that. Like I said, just be very wary when it comes to any of these things which have like a 20% featured item drop rate in Asphalt. The fact that it just means that you will get one of these featured items, and if you think, well, it has to be even between them, think if you've ever opened a pack which just has featured items of a 3 blueprint and a 15 blueprint, is it an equal drop rate between the 3 and the 15? So yeah, think about that, and pretty much imagine then that it's pretty much effectively the same chance of opening these and getting 15 Koenigsegg blueprints. I think the chances of that happening are about 1 in a billion. Watch this, all the comments down below in this video will be like, I got 7 jackpots for Koenigsegg, Storm. Saw it. If you did, congrats to you, that's fantastic. But otherwise, yeah, like I said, I generally wouldn't advise spending it on usually these multi kind of pack things. I stay away from, because to me anyway, like, for somebody who's played this game quite a while as well, like, the problem that a player who is like got a filled out garage is going to have is the fact that in both of these different types of packs, you're going to have all of these other cars maxed out. So I've got that Maserati, the Porsche, and the Evo maxed out in this one, and in the Chiron guy, I've got the Apollo N, the Vencer, and yeah, that Acura maxed out from long ago. So the only thing would be for me is, even if this was a perfect case scenario, these blueprint packs would be like a 5% chance of some Chiron, which it completely isn't, though. It's way less chance than that. So like, this would just be trade token city for me or any kind of long-term player of the game. So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Yeah, I've trucked out some videos I'm putting together of the actual burst of speed events, so I'll chuck those up because we got those reset back to another week of them being available. And yeah, for those at least, I think you need like a kind of 3-star version of it, because somebody was asking about the Regera, and I have a run of that like was able to farm it out pretty easily, but that mine is 3-star, and I have about maybe 0.4 of a second to spare in that one. I think it would be pretty tough to do with a 2-star version of that car. But yeah, I'll check those videos up, guys. There's a sub button up here. I really appreciate the number of people who've actually clicked on that and supported it and left comments on the channel. Like, it absolutely blows me away. There's other videos for me here. And again, apologies that the frequency of my uploads have gone down a small bit, but my return to work has gone up quite a fair bit. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Drive safe. And yeah, mind those tokens. You're going to need them for that Pininfarina Batista event that's coming up, because that's got 2 extra support cars coming and an amazing S-Class car apparently at the end of it. So that one is due, like I said, it was on the mobile version on the 1st of November. So we should be seeing that soon enough. Alright guys, good luck and we'll see you on the track.